To be fair, if she looks fat in the dress, just buy the dress in a bigger size.
Problem solved.
You're looking for trouble, Tom.
Problem solved.
You're looking for trouble, bro.
No, Mo, I don't know why you're doing that. I don't know why you're doing that. If she looks fat in the dress, just buy the dress in a bigger size. My guy, you would probably look fat in that hoodie if it was an extra small. So you bought an appropriate sized hoodie. It's simple stuff, fam. Tell me if I'm wrong.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Sliders Podcast. You are joined by me, Tom, behind the camera. Who else we got in the studio today?
Got your boy Mo, aka Polo G.
New rap name every time. But, you got Toby the Guy Senpai.
Who's tough? Find out on the pod, aka Champion.
Alright, say nothing. How you man doing still?
I'm alright, thanks, Tom. You know, people don't ask that enough. How are you lot doing?
I'm alright, man.
I am over the moon. The weather is great, and yeah, enjoying today. Yeah,
It's a good day for a walk.
yeah.
Seen a couple people on a walk today.
Sounds pretty exciting. Walked out to the top.
Yeah. I mean, I think to come into the studio is a good opportunity for us to, get the legs going.
That's true.
Good for the knees.
Get them knees all up.
Good for the knees. I'm almost silent about that. Good on him.
Oh, he's waiting.
Okay.
Do you guys think you've reached your, a decent level of emotional maturity? Just out of curiosity.
What's this about, Tom?
It's always going around on Twitter like what the ideal man or what a real man should be doing. So
Derek Jackson is the epitome of what a man can be. He's what all men should aspire to be.
Isn't he the one?
Yes, he is.
his wife, yes.
Okay.
What are you lot talking about?
I'm glad that's who you look up to.
He is the man. He's the man at peak performance.
The alpha male. Yeah. Anyway,
Man, so would you guys say you are the embodiment of your idea of what a real man should be?
damn.
What is a real man?
I'm guessing that everyone has their own idea, so I'm just asking what you guys think a real man is.
Well, you want to know what we think
No,
about
I'm
it?
saying because that's a very long question.
Yeah,
It's a very
exactly.
broad question. Innit? So I'm just asking, do you guys think you fulfill that idea of what a real man should be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On God.
Yeah, toughest capping. There's no way he thinks.
How do you know I'm capping?
What is your requirement?
No, it's like-
Yeah, I know everyone's
like-
is different. I know everyone's is different, but I still don't think. I think Tough is joking.
I think
There's
it's
no way-
What is this? All right, what's yours? What's
Because
yours?
I
I'm definitely. I'm saying no. I
that's
haven't.
To be fair, you don't need to tell us what
Because
it
I think
is,
it's
but
okay to say like, you're not there yet.
Yeah, I'm not there.
Because Big Man was still like 2021.
I mean, if you guys wanted me to say no, then why ask?
No,
I'm
just
just- no,
What's your answer? Genuinely, genuinely, just want to know your answer. Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So you're at where you want to be as a man.
Yeah.
All right, it's cool.
As in, like, as a 21-year-old man, I'm calm. And the idea will change in the future. As in, like, you're constantly changing as a person, fam. Like, you think it's one thing today, then it's another thing tomorrow. Like, for example, you probably thought you had it figured out at 18 and probably look at yourself at 18 like, nah, I didn't know what was going on. You probably think you have it figured out now. Fucking at 25, you're going to be like, same thing at 30, 40, 50. Like, you're always going to look back and realize that there was stuff you didn't know. So just be happy with what you are now.
Man, that's beautiful.
Words of wisdom from Tough.
Doesn't happen too often.
Yeah. And I guess, like, to give my opinion on that. I don't know. I don't have an idea. Like, I don't have a definition of what, like, a real man should be, I guess. But in terms of being because I guess, like, to be a real man or to be whatever, I just want to be a good person. And even then, I guess I'm not at that stage yet.
You're not a good person.
Well, I think I could be a better person. Like,
I mean, we could all be a better person.
well, fair enough. I guess
I don't know what your...
if there's there's like a minimum threshold, then I'm past that minimum threshold.
Yeah,
but
fair enough.
there's room for improvement.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. I was going to say, Toby, you're a good person. I think you're a good person.
Thanks, man.
Mo is a bit... Mo's a bit hit and miss.
It's all right, come on.
But what about you, Tom? Like, what do you like?
Have I felt? Not yet. No.
Okay.
Not yet. I think I do have an idea of how I do want to be, and it's this type of person that it can only happen with time. It's not something that just happen overnight.
So when do you think that time will come?
I can't really put a time limit on how fast you can mature. I don't think.
Exactly. It
I mean, I
happens as you go ahead.
I think it's the only type of thing that can only happen through experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason I was asking was because
Wait, quick, could you just say something? Yeah, because on maturity, I don't think it's something that you reach as a finish line, like you've reached the point of maturity. I think it's something that's constantly growing. Like there's no ceiling to someone's maturity, which goes back to that whole, you'll always look back and realize you weren't as mature as you were back then as you are now. Like there's no ceiling to it. You're not going to ever go, I'm now mature. You're always just going to keep going.
Yeah.
the reason I asked was because there was this thread about girls, a couple of girls that were arguing on Twitter, and they were arguing about with one guy about what a real man should be doing in relationships and whatnot.
A bit louder, Tom.
They were arguing with one guy about what a real man should be doing in relationships and whatnot. And one of the girls, she, dropped an article in the thread. I just want to see what you guys thought about it. The article was titled, 10 Things a Real Man Does When He's in a Relationship.
Okay.
That's already an issue in
Do
itself.
we have any projections? I think it's an issue.
I already have an issue with the that as a whole, really. Because at the end of the day, I think everyone is different and everyone has their own standards for anything in life, including relationships too. So I guess to dumb it down to 10 things, I think it's a bit unreasonable because it's like, if someone else has different standards, and how are you to say, oh, okay, like they're not doing the relationship correctly?
Yeah.
Why don't we just assume that this article is for what the average woman thinks a man, what a man should be doing?
Or 10 things that the average women have in common, like what's it called, in the way they think a man should be.
Like the top 10 things most women do want.
So wait, what is the title actually? Because I feel like that's a different context. So like 10 things the average woman wants from a man, and this is what an ideal man is, are two different things.
Okay.
Yeah.
10 things a real man does when he's in a relationship.
Oh, so if he's a real man.
I'm going to kick it off with number one.
Wait.
Yeah,
Could we play bingo? Like, could we just, jot down hour 10, and see if we get any hits or misses? I'm going to say emotional intelligence is there for 10 points.
Family man.
Family man.
A home run man.
Loyal.
Yeah, that's actually a good one. Fuck. I've got nothing now.
You got nothing?
Something about money.
Money.
Like financially.
Money there.
Financially secure. What else? Vulnerable. I think that's going to be in there.
Yeah.
What else?
I'm not going to say anything. I already read that.
Fair enough. That's spoilers.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's spoilers. Too fair. I don't have anything else really.
Yeah.
I'm out.
But,
Yeah, let's go with number one.
hey,
Lads, you ready?
Yeah. Hopefully we tick these off, man.
Okay.
Try to go home rich.
Number one, a real man loves and respects his woman for who she is.
Okay.
Of course.
Is there a little description to that?
Yeah, is there like more to...
Okay, yeah. No, description after everything.
Yeah.
So it says he might not love her all the time, but he loves her. Not just her body, her possessions, and her status, but all of her. He's aware that as beautiful as her body is now, physical beauty fades. He therefore focuses his love and attention on her true beauty, which is found within her sensibilities and personality. He treats her like a lady with dignity and respect. He doesn't mind cooking her favorite meal, taking her out to wine and dine, and paying the bills. He also expects love and respect from her.
He doesn't mind paying the bills.
Where did that come into it, fam? I was loving that.
And then he
the
doesn't
bills.
mind paying the bills. Because it's such an inconvenience that as humans we have bills to pay.
No, but if you pay the bills, if you don't pay the bills, how does that mean that you don't love and respect your wife for who she is?
Yeah, facts. In like financial context matters as well, because you will mind paying the bills if you're broke.
Exactly.
Yeah. Should the man also pay the taxes as well?
Yeah.
But if you ignore that, I was pretty much on the spot.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, you can't.
Say
There's
that's
no
fair
real debates about that one.
Yeah, I feel like, to be fair, an article like this just is the bare minimum, I think.
Yeah.
The stuff like, he needs to love and appreciate you for yourself.
Yeah.
I mean,
We haven't heard the other 9 yet.
Yeah, it's
We'll
not
see
anything
about
amazing. I'm not expecting to be surprised. I can't lie.
I feel like I'll be.
By
I
the
think
end, I
everything's-
want to see how much of this article aligns with you guys' individual ideas of being a real man.
Yeah.
In conjunction with Ish. Okay. Number 2.
Numero uno.
A real man.
Guys,
we-
move on.
I said a boy.
I am
Try again, sir.
a native Spanish speaker.
Try again, sir.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was tripping for a second. I was like, hold on.
It's cultural assassination.
Gosh.
It is cultural assassination.
Yeah, you should apologize right now
I apologize to my Latin Americans.
in Spanish stuff.
Yeah, Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Actually, don't even. Anyway,
Tom, please.
Anyway,
Numero do.
number
Número dos. Come on,
Dos,
tough. It's not
dos.
hard. It's not hard.
number 2. A real man commits to the relationship fully.
Yep. I did say commitment, right?
yeah, you did say commitment. It's looking good, man. It's looking good.
Okay. He doesn't cheat. He is loyal to his partner and knows that relationships take hard work to keep strong and healthy. His affection to his woman is a full-time commitment. He nourishes and strengthens the relationship through ongoing honest communication and teamwork. When you are with a real man, you know you can trust him. He will stay faithful no matter what and expects you to do the same.
Like I said, all this is like baseline stuff. I feel like
So far, Tav. So far.
Yeah.
it's so far. It's just minimum, the bare essentials, bro. Like, do you really think there'll be anything surprising? Because I feel like these articles just scam people, or not even. They're not really scamming people, but they're robbing you of your time in just reading the stuff, I guess. But like, it's more. They just say stuff you agree with. It's sort of like star signs. Do you believe in star signs?
No, of course not.
And you'd probably not believe in them because I think you said one time, like, they basically say general stuff that applies to everyone.
Yeah.
Same thing with the articles. Like, this is just general stuff that applies to people.
Yeah.
Like, just the only thing that was specific to a man there was he has to pay your bills, in my opinion. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, but over to
Look
next
at
Again,
Tom.
Tav.
Look at Tom.
So far.
So far.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it might throw you. I'm not gonna. It might throw you off. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, this might throw you off.
A real man protects his partner physically and emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Not that women can't protect and defend herself, but he is there for her anyway. He protects her in different ways, including providing financial security and comforting her and making her feel everything will be okay. He is ready to throw. He is ready to throw a good punch if necessary to defend her from physical aggressors. However, he thinks before he acts. He never makes a move until he is sure all details and specifics are in order. His moves are calculated, deliberate, and assured. Abuse of any kind is never an issue when you're with him. He is considerate and treats everyone kindly.
Protects her and financial security was there. I'm
Financial.
telling you, like, a real man protects you from taxes. You heard it here. If he to fuck about all that paying for dinner and all that shit, he has to pay your rent
Yeah.
and he has to pay your taxes too.
Yeah, the
So
tax
you're
man's
completely financially free.
Rent? Rent?
Yeah, pay for your rent and taxes, bro,
the tax,
and any other expense.
Yeah, the taxman's a dangerous guy, man.
Yeah.
He has to protect you from him.
Taxman's serious.
It's serious. But yeah, I guess I like that. I like the bit they added at the end as well with like before your like partner acts, they should be aware of the situation before attempting to defend you. So I feel like you have like a lot of like there can be a lot of like irrational situations where you may not know the full story and then they may like hop in and make things worse. And if anything, like put you in more danger than you originally were before. So
Or put himself in more danger.
yeah, as well, which you don't want to do. So it's good though that they mentioned
Because we've seen
that.
too many times that girls start. If someone's girl has started acting up,
Yeah.
instead of the man to come and apologize for the girl because the girl's moving wrecky, he now gets himself in trouble.
I've seen a lot of good men go because of that shit in movies.
Yeah, hold on.
Clown.
But yeah, I like that point. I
Okay.
guess.
More, are you okay with the financial stability part? You seemed to pull a face when I said it, so I was just curious.
I just expected it, but
Yeah.
everyone will see.
Nothing
I'm
new under the
saving my
sun?
energy for the.
You
I know there's going to
expected
be
it,
a
but
few
did
credible
you
ones.
agree with it?
Do I agree with it?
Is that the second time finances were mentioned by the
Yeah,
way?
it is.
I want my partner to be financially secure within herself, despite me. And then I can add a little cushion as well, but it goes both ways for me personally. But yeah.
And I think about as well, we're trying to describe what a real man is, and to say someone needs to be like financially secure or provides financial security to be a real man is a bit,
Trust me.
bit harsh.
There's another article about the other gender that we can discuss on a different day.
Yeah, maybe for a different episode. Yeah.
Okay. A real man fulfills his partner mentally and sexually.
Okay. Wait, is that the end of it?
No,
Or is-
I'm not
okay.
done. Okay. He knows the majority of the time in a relationship is spent doing non-physical, non-sexual things, besides whispering to her how beautiful she is or how he's going to make hot, passionate love to her when he gets back home in the evening. He also engages her in meaningful discussions about life, plans with her for the future, and cracks jokes to lighten and liven moments together. He displays an awareness, intelligence, and sensitivity that makes his actions not only timely, but also genuinely charming.
Nothing wrong with that one.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the first sensible one.
Wait, huh?
Wait, huh? Wait, if
So,
you not-
so being loyal isn't sensible, isn't it? So being loyal isn't sensible.
Being what is
Loyal.
So I said being
Loyal.
loyal isn't sensible.
I mean, it's sensible, but I feel like this one, brought something to the table in terms of like it's something different. Fulfills their partner mentally, sexually. I feel like that's something different to the standard.
The only reason you agree with it because it doesn't involve money, Taf. Anyway.
to be a real man, you have to fulfill your partner sexually.
And mentally.
But
I mean, I'd say yes.
sexually.
I think
Yeah.
sex is a big
Like-
part of a relationship.
Yeah, it's a big part of a relationship, yeah. But I guess like
You certainly do.
Nah, I
can't-
don't think it's a big part of a relationship because there's people that are in relationships and they're celibate or wait until marriage. And sex
Yeah,
isn't
but
a
they're
factor.
waiting for it. It's gonna come one day, and then when it comes, I think
True.
I think the part about fulfilling them sexually isn't just focusing on the celibate thing. I think it's more focused on
like attraction.
not even attraction, but you being able to
Perform.
perform, fulfill their needs as well as them fulfilling yours.
Yeah.
Like if they're not getting pleasure from whatever sexual act you guys are involved in, then you're flopping. Or if you don't care
You're
to,
flopping.
you are. If you don't care to,
Wordplay.
Talk to him, nigga.
like, if you don't care to pleasure your partner, then there's a problem.
No, because Mo's right. Because it's quite common for some guys to think that sex is something you do to a woman, not with a woman, and refuse to communicate enough to ensure that the woman is, receiving pleasure as well.
Yeah.
Because sex is a two-way street. So I think that is an important one, bro.
Yeah. I definitely think it's important in a relationship, really. Yeah. But does it make a real man? Anyway.
Yeah, first. A real man within a relationship, too.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Within a
real
relationship.
man to that particular person. Because it could please someone else, but they may not be compatible.
Fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, number 5.
That was
That
a
was
terrible
disgusting.
accent, fam.
Anyway.
Number 5. That's better.
Anyway, Tom.
What do you mean?
Please
That's
move on,
disgusting.
please
Too
move
many
on.
crimes just occurred.
So Tom can do a terrible impersonation, but I can't.
Tom's Irish.
Okay, but it doesn't make it good.
Doesn't matter.
Oh,
you,
God.
you can do some dumb Zimbabwe accent. If I do, it's
Wow.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wow, we're
we
clipping
need-
that. So you said some dumb Zimbabwean accent.
yes, because it
That
would
is
be accurate.
offensive. That's disgusting.
No, because I'm not saying that.
I'm sorry.
Hold
Tom.
on, what
Even
you're
I
not
know.
gonna do is
He's
not
getting
get me
cancelled.
cancelled
He's
today.
getting cancelled.
Nah, stop it, Tom.
I'm so sorry. He's
Stop
getting
it.
cancelled.
No, because
Wish we could cut this
I'm
out,
saying that
Nah, this Mo, please clip this. This
You guys-
part where
you
Tom
guys
said
are-
this. Tom, you said it.
you guys are villains, bro.
You said some dumb Zimbabwean accent. I was just having a bit of banter with the lads. Tom had to they just go out and start insulting people.
Did I say the Zimbabwean accent is dumb?
Yes, some
No,
dumb
I didn't.
Zimbabwean accent.
I didn't say the dumb Zimbabwean accent. I said some dumb Zimbabwean accent, as in a dumb version of a Zimbabwean accent. The same way I did a bad version of the Irish accent.
I'm already offended, Tom.
Oh, I don't even care anymore.
Even I'm offended.
My
too.
people
Toby, I don't
are
care about your
I'm not
opinion
even
either.
Zim.
My people are offended, and we will be coming to your house, Tom, with the tiki torches.
On to the next point, Tom.
Please,
That's a
please.
bad
That's
side
something
track.
that needs to be clipped.
Please,
Oh,
hastily.
what do you
hastily.
That, coming to my house with teeth touch, that's getting clipped, big man. Either way. Okay, number 5. A real man takes the first initiative. He leads.
Mm-hmm.
That's because he wears the pants in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Yeah, let's get him
Of
up,
course.
let's get him.
Of course, the pants are picked out by his woman, but he is still the leader.
What does that mean?
I swear, this is when they start to love it. Whoever's writing, whoever's typing this shit out, they put it in his own here. Oh,
Yeah. What does that mean?
He's wearing the pants, but she picked him. Oh, darling, no.
I'm
Tom,
so
is that all of it? Is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Let you finish it because this thing
Okay.
is sounding dumb already, fam.
Of course, the pants are picked out by his woman, but he is still the leader. He steps forward and addresses issues in a relationship boldly. He does not wait for the woman to solve problems. If he is not sure how to address an issue, he seeks help or advice. Some men play it safe and avoid taking the lead because they don't want to be criticized, but not be a real man. So,
It's
avoid
because they don't want to
taking-
be seen as fucking, I don't know, toxic male.
Yeah. A real man says, I'll handle it, and takes the initiative to solve the issue in his way.
Or they don't want to mansplain as well. You get me? Toxic
What?
male, mansplaining. Those are sort of things that probably deter someone from, or a man from taking initiative in certain situations. Because it's like, oh, well, that's a woke man anyway, or a man that's sort of aware of those things being issues anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, if you're a guy who doesn't know about mansplaining and toxic masculinity and all that, you're probably just going to do your thing, and you know, hope someone down the line might have a problem with that. But if you're already aware of that stuff, you're probably not going to do certain things because it's like, oh, see, they might think I'm mansplaining, but you know, that's not how you fix the TV. You get me?
Fair. I just. Oh, is that it? By the way.
That's it, go for it.
Yeah. I think it's silly because I think it goes both ways, right? And the reason why I didn't have any issue with the previous points is because it's just stating something that doesn't assume that someone's taking the lead or someone has to do more. Now, this is pretty much saying that the guy should be doing more in one area of trying to resolve these issues, really, where I think it should be both ways. I don't think one person should be taking the lead. It's both of your relationship. You should be going at the same pace together, potentially, rather than one person carrying the whole thing.
I agree with Toby on every point.
I feel like a better quote than the pants one would be: the man is the head of the house, the woman is the neck.
I wouldn't even say heads.
Taff wants
in the
a two-head-
house.
Toby wants a
honestly,
two-headed household.
You think you're on the agree as well, fam.
What do you mean?
Toby wants a two-headed
What do you mean?
household,
Picking
bro.
out the pants.
Yeah, I want a
honest,
two-headed household.
two-headed household.
Yeah.
Two heads cannot move in the same direction. It doesn't work.
Wait, what?
They can't move in the same direction.
What if they're like parallel to each other?
I mean, like if two heads are like this, yeah, one wants to go this way, one wants to go that way, or
Why do they have to be facing opposite ways though?
I mean, I don't know. Like it's two heads, so two individual heads be talking to each other, and you know they want to do their own thing. Point is, yeah, the pants analogy was bad because, like I said, I don't know what that means. If anyone can explain what picking out the pants means, but the head of the household is, like she said, the leader, and then the neck is to support the head. Simple.
Oh, yeah.
Feels very traditional,
Yeah.
conservative, even.
I mean, I did vote.
Did you
Tory.
go private school too?
Yeah,
That's
I voted Tory like last election.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
This guy's
I
gonna
thought
get
you
us
told me you
cancelled.
voted UKIP, bro. What's going on?
yeah.
Both. You voted twice.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And
innit?
that's why his vote didn't count.
Hey,
checked all the
I
boxes.
tried. I was too eager.
Yeah, but I guess like this is some like my point up with that. My issue with that is just the fact that it seems like right there, it's like to be a real man, you should allow the girl to sort of lay back and you sort of handle a lot of the issues. Really, it may not be fully handling the issue, but it's like you're like your priority in a sense, or your opinion like means more, or what you do means more, when in reality it should be both people putting equal effort to resolve issues.
articles like this is why I feel like, the pressure that men go through isn't really put forward. Because this said, the amount of pressure this puts on a guy already, we're halfway through and you're basically in charge of everything that happens. So if something goes wrong, it's on you, head of the household and all that stuff. Finances, they're meant to be on you. So if you stop working or if you flop in your job, everything comes crashing down because you don't have anything supporting you. Like, there's so many things hop on you, like, where it's like, there's a reason why men's suicide rates are probably higher than women's and stuff. Like, it's just a lot of pressure.
Yeah. You're not a real man because of them.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Okay.
Next point.
Ashay, a real man steps up and makes the tough decisions.
Pressure.
It's kind of sounding like the one just before this.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
sound kind
What
of
was
Very
the one
similar.
before it again?
Oh, a real man takes the first initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He leads.
So I feel like the writer sort of stumbled up on the sixth
Stumbled
point.
up, yeah. They said, "Oh fuck, we need 10, don't we?"
Yeah.
Like, shit, I'm only on 5.
Oh shit.
Imagine if the rest of them just stepping over the ones really done before.
Imagine she's bullshitting on an assignment, fam. On a dissertation. Actually, wait, we're assuming the writer's woman, but
I
does
mean,
it tell
no,
us?
we're not. The only person that assumed is you.
You said
I didn't
she.
say. I didn't
you
say
said
she.
she.
I didn't say she.
I know you did.
I didn't.
I know you did.
No,
You said
Taf,
she.
I've been paying attention.
You know
I know I
you-
didn't.
Actually,
no,
I
no,
actually
no.
mentioned the writer's gender earlier on. But
What was
What
the
is-
gender?
Don't worry about it. Either way, let's continue.
Tom.
It doesn't. It shouldn't matter.
It should.
Shouldn't.
We need to have context.
I'll tell you about it at the end. It's okay.
Oh.
Either way. Okay, a real man steps up and makes the tough decisions. He knows real men are decisive and he makes decisions in the relationship. He does not leave every other decision to his partner. When making decisions, he seeks to understand her views and that of the other concerned parties, and is flexible enough to factor in those other views in his decisions. He does not seek to control people, but rather improve the situation.
True.
If you are reluctant to make decisions, you are likely self-conscious and afraid of making mistakes.
I got a question based on that. Oh, sorry, Tom.
Women dislike indecisive, cowardly men.
Indecisiveness kills. But I got a question on that. So,
Damn.
if you're handling the finances in your household, would you consult your wife on like finances? Like, if all the finances are 100% on you, are you consulting her on finances and stuff? Like, I don't know.
If I needed
More
advice
than
on
just
something-
purchases, just like financial decisions that one might make when they're in a household, probably have a family, expenses, all that stuff.
if the decision will affect her, I think I should
Yeah.
talk. I'm not just going to start popping out decisions without letting her know.
Yeah.
I think like ultimately, again, if the finances are on you, fair enough. Like you can make the decision, but I think it's quite rude to just not involve your wife in the decision making process at all. Because again, if it is a balanced relationship, you might be making, you might be covering the financial side, but she might be covering the home front, which is a significant part of our household. So I think you should at least let her know what's going on. She can't be completely oblivious to every decision you're making.
Can't just move houses on a whim.
Yeah. When she has a job at like, for example, if she had a job at like where she's living, and you're like, oh, sorry, we're moving like somewhere else. I guess that's a bit more than just financial anyway.
Yeah.
But I guess my issue with this like point is similar to the last one too, and it just sounds like you're looking for an entrepreneur, man. Like these sound like skills.
value man.
Everyday grinding.
Yeah, like indecisiveness. Like if someone's like if you're put like in a tough place where you have a tough decision to make, then I don't see being, I guess, like remotely indecisive or like hesitant about your decision or even like changing your mind is something that should be seen as a weakness or makes you less of a man. If anything, it just like it's just part of your thought process, really, and it shouldn't be expected of you to be able to like make the decisions. Because in the day, it's not like it's a job or you're an entrepreneur. As I said, like you're a human, and there are many decisions you have to make in life, really, and yeah, that's that.
Well,
I just want to hit the next one. I can't lie. Shocking.
Let's
Shocking.
go.
Shocking list so far.
what do you mean?
It's going downhill. That's what
It's
I'm
going
saying.
downhill.
I think the last
Bro,
2
the
points,
creativity
the
juice was running low, fam. Right now, it just drips.
A real man takes responsibility for his actions and decisions. He does not shift blame, especially to his partner, or try to defend his mistakes. He simply acknowledges when he has made a mistake, apologizes for it, learns from it, and works to make it right. Saying "I'm sorry" is not a big deal to him. He knows it doesn't make him any less of a man to say it. In fact, saying he's sorry makes him more of a man because it demonstrates he has the confidence, courage, and integrity to admit his faults and seek to correct them.
Okay.
Yeah, no qualms. This makes complete sense.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And that one's fair.
It's a good one.
All right, then.
Number 8. A real man speaks his mind, always. He is not afraid or timid to say what's on his mind. He will say no without fear whenever he doesn't agree with something. He will debate you on topics he is not comfortable with without losing his cool. He will be straightforward and talk to you as an equal, then allow you to make your own conclusions or take whatever action you wish. This does not mean he is indifferent or treats women badly. He just doesn't agree with her on everything. He knows a yes man is no man at all.
Okay.
Again, I don't really have an issue with this one either, but I think this kind of comes under the communication, on open and honest communication that she said in like point 1 or 2. So it's just like a standard. I don't think there's one with this, but I don't know what you men are thinking. So
I agree. Well, I agree with this really, and I agree with you too. That it does take a lot for a person to just be straightforward, really, and just let you know what's on their mind. Because communication is important and vital for any relationship, really. And if you're not speaking your mind and you're just like bottling up something, then eventually it's gonna just all come out in like an emotional burst, really, and it's just going to be problematic. So I think being able to speak your mind constantly is definitely a good trait to have. Can be problematic at times, I guess, but see, overall it's good. And
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I think I'm not saying you should lie, but especially in relationships, you need to pick and choose your battles. To say what's on your mind all the time, you have to think: is the outcome of what I'm going to say, is it necessary? Like, is because I'm guessing you'll know your partner enough to figure out, okay, will she like what I'm going to say? Will she disagree? Will it hurt her feelings and whatnot? And is that necessary for the outcome I want?
Yeah.
So I think it's important to pick and choose what you say. Pick and choose your battles.
yeah, but if you,
I agree with Tom, and I'd just like to add packaging as well. Like, you don't have to say something in a mean way,
of course not.
or like in an inappropriate mean way or anything like that. You can get your point across in better ways. There's always a better way to get your point across.
If you disagreed with something, would you tell your partner? Or does that depend on like what the outcome of it might be? If she's gonna get too pissed off or too upset, you're not gonna tell her.
If I'm not gonna lie, unless something bad will happen if I don't agree with her, because more time unless something bad will happen if I agree with her, I mean, more time I'll actually just ignore it. I ignore a lot of stuff, or let's say we're having some petty argument. Sometimes you can let things go. Again, if it's not that deep, you can let things go. Especially, you might be dealing with someone that's a bit more stubborn than you.
Yeah.
Like, is the argument really that necessary?
Yeah.
I think like it's important to actually be able to differentiate between. I'm not gonna say don't be doing that all the time. You have to choose whether or not it's needed. Like, you can survive without this argument. I'm not saying to just roll over and say yes, but you don't have to carry on arguing. Or sometimes some opinions like let's say for example, pretty much common one. She asks if she looks fat in a dress.
Oh God.
Okay, let's just say that for example.
Okay.
You know she likes this dress. She looks in the dress. She doesn't look necessarily bad in the dress. She might look a tad bit bloated.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't need to voice that.
To be fair, if she looks fat in the dress, just buy the dress in a bigger size.
problem solver.
You're looking for trouble, Tom.
Problem
solved.
You're looking for trouble, bro.
No, Mo, I don't know why you're doing that. I don't know why you're doing that. If she looks fat in the dress, just buy the dress in a bigger size. My guy, you would probably look fat in that hoodie if it was an extra small. So you bought an appropriate sized hoodie. It's simple stuff, fam. Tell me if I'm wrong. There we go. Next one.
This guy's finished.
Sometimes it's not to voice that big man.
No, but honestly, what? So you're gonna? This is what's gonna happen, yeah. If we're deep in that scenario about the dress, okay, cool. You don't look that good in the dress, right? So it's gonna affect your confidence and how comfortable you are in the dress. Because if it's not fitting you properly and it's not very flattering to your shape, why would you continue to wear it? So it's either you send it back or you keep something and potentially just waste money. So you return that and buy a bigger size if you really like that dress.
Tough. I think when, obviously I'm not a woman, I don't know. I think when most women ask that question, or do I look fat in this or whatever, they know more time that they probably have gained weight from their normal weight, yeah, or whatever.
Okay.
And what they're looking for from their partner is security and affection and affirmation that even if they have gained weight, they still look good.
Yeah.
They still look beautiful.
So you can say you've gained weight, but you still look good.
Okay, next one.
I strive. One of these days, I hope to have such a relationship.
I agree with Tal.
Yeah, it's not bad.
no.
Because the thing is, like I said, it's packaging.
No,
and
but you said
delivery.
packaging. There's no need to mention you've gained weight.
No,
but you
okay,
look
cool,
good.
cool. So this is how you could probably.
can you
This is how
agree
you could
with that
probably
statement?
drop it. This is how you could probably drop it.
Okay, go
Babe,
ahead.
do I look fat in this dress? And you could be like, oh, to be fair, have I gained weight and do I look fat in this dress are two different questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No,
yeah.
but I'm telling you, more time, if they're asking, do I look fat in this dress? They are already aware they've gained weight.
No, it's not about gaining weight. It's about buying a dress that's just inappropriate.
It's not about
for
buying
your
the dress. You're looking at this too fucking logically, bro. It's
No,
not about
no,
the
it's
dress.
not about gaining
It's not
weight.
about the dress. Listen to it, Taf. It's not about the dress.
Bro, it's really
It's not about the
gaining
man
weight.
said, oh, buy a bigger dress.
It's about,
Oh, tell me, how can you be back in
it's
this?
about the way they see
Listen.
themselves.
Yeah, it is. But
It's not about
gaining
dress.
weight.
It's about the way they see themselves.
It is.
Sometimes
Yeah.
they need assurance that they're still beautiful.
That's
and
all
they
you
don't.
have to
Yes.
say.
And I swear to God,
all
the
you have
way
to
a girl will
say.
look at you, if you say you look like the dress, but you're still paying. She will look at you like you're a dickhead.
No,
So what would you
no.
say then?
But it's
I would
not
just
about
say,
gaining
baby,
weight,
look
though.
great. That's it.
No,
if they look good, baby, look great. And if I don't like the dress, or I feel like if I don't like the dress in general, I'll just be like, oh yeah, but I feel like the other dress you showed me on ATIS looks even nicer.
No, but
Something like that.
in terms of gaining weight, though.
You gained weight, but you look good.
No. But if looking fat in a dress,
Get a bigger dress.
no. Looking fat in a dress to answer that question would be more of like, okay, cool. I agree with you. The dress isn't flattering. Yeah. So I feel like maybe it's to do with the size you got the dress in. Maybe you want to just maybe change that to something, because you can get a dress that's too tight or too loose. You get me? You can get a dress that's too tight, too loose, or you might need to personally tailor it.
Bumping up from a size 8 to a size 12 to a size 10 isn't a joke for a girl, big man.
I don't know. I mean, I'll take your word for it. And then gaining weight, yeah, is like, have I gained weight? Are you happy with the weight you currently are?
That's what you'd say.
Is a better question. Yeah, like, because think about it like this: if you've gained weight and you're calm with it, yeah, you've gained weight, and if you have an issue with the weight you've gained, then you need to address your issue.
Yeah.
You get me? So if you're asking me, have I gained weight? And if I say yes, you have, your reaction to that is telling of like, cool, you have an issue that you've gained weight. You get me? So if you have an issue with it, then you probably want to change that. If you don't have an issue with it, like, you're probably not gonna be react in a negative manner to me saying, yeah, you've gained weight, because you're like, calm, like, yeah, I've gained weight. But if you have an issue with it, it is what it is.
Do your thing. Don't chat to me.
Oh, Mo, you agree with me?
No,
That's flawless.
you chat to your future girlfriend.
That's flawless, Mo.
Wait,
You agree?
Wait, hold on. So if your girlfriend like did gain weight, then
Yeah.
what are you telling her?
And she asked me, have I gained weight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell the truth. If she has gained weight, I'll just be like, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not that deep. But that's not what we're talking about. We were talking about the whole dress thing. And Tav said he would
but
tell
like
his
I said,
girl.
it's two different questions.
No, yeah, but you said
Different
answering that dress question, you told the girl, yeah, you do, but you look great. Yeah, you look, you look big in that dress, but you look paying. And you said one day you hope to have a relationship in which you can tell the girl that, I wish that relationship for you, fam. Let's
No,
be honest,
no,
His
I
mind,
think
though,
no.
is he not a real man?
No, wait, hold on. That's true. That's true. If I speak my mind, am I not a real man? That's what you lot need to ask yourselves. Yeah, you lot were bare nodding to
I mean,
that.
according to
Speak
this
your
thing,
mind.
now you want to agree with this thing. Now you want to conform.
Taff, did I not say pick and choose your battles?
He did say
You
it, he
added
did
you. That was the Tom remix.
No, but I told you what I felt. I said pick and choose your battle. That, in my opinion, that's a battle you don't need to fight.
I'm saying that if you're a real man, you speak your mind and you hold your corn.
Oh my gosh.
Sequences.
You have no fucking shame. You have no shame, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
The next one, Tom.
Alright,
How many? Which one is this?
9.
Number 9.
Okay.
Okay,
I get
so
that.
Alright.
Niece. It's 9 in French.
What's wrong with it?
Wait, let me just double
I'm
check
pretty
that.
sure
No, it's not.
And it's niece.
Wait.
Taff, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear from him, bro. Either way,
Neuf.
it's a knee in Irish.
That's so
Oh,
shameful.
in
Irish.
That's true.
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't know how we start doing languages now, but I'm just trying to know number 9. I'm trying to be a real
You
man
can look
today.
these up and you're still messing up.
I'm working for
Hey, what's number 9?
Okay.
Yeah.
Knee. A real man stands up for the relationship. Sometimes friends, family, and even total strangers ask inappropriate questions or make inappropriate remarks about your relationship, such as saying you are not a good couple. In such cases, a real man stands up for himself and defends the legitimacy and integrity of his relationship. Even when he is amongst his peers, he speaks up and stands his ground in defense of his relationship.
Hey.
This proves he can express himself in the presence of others and protect his woman and act like a grown man.
Grown ass man. So
Mm,
what
just
y'all
say-
niggas think?
Just say inappropriate like comments of the relationship,
Yeah.
or just like anything slandering
Yeah.
the relationship. Because I got the impression that it just means anything that's talking negatively about the relationship, which I think is silly and contradict. I think that point contradicts another point where it says you should be open to listening, really, and open to listening to what maybe your partner. I think that previous point said like what your partner says, but I think you should apply that like in general, like. And if you can't listen to what other people have to say about your relationship and then break it down and then be like, okay, I hear you, but this is why I disagree with you, then calm. But if you're just like, no, this is a negative thing, I need to defend my partner or my relationship no matter what, then I think that's silly and not being open-minded.
And sometimes you're standing too close to tell that there's an elephant in the room.
Yeah.
That's an original.
All you've seen is
Really trying.
that's all you've seen is grey.
All you're seeing is grey, fam.
I
Yeah.
don't know. In my opinion, you have to be able to differentiate between someone actually wanting.
Let me write that down. You think I'm joking?
You have to be able to differentiate between between someone wanting to help you and someone trying to cuss you.
Yeah.
Like, if someone trying to cuss you, you can tell that no good will come from what they're trying to say. Or like, what's it called? They don't really have the intention to help you.
Yeah.
But what someone's saying might not be okay. Like, it might not, let me not say it might not be okay, but it might not be a positive thing about the relationship. But they feel like it's necessary to tell you because they feel like it's hurt, it might be hurting you, it might be hurting your partner, either physically or mentally.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to be able to differentiate between constructive criticism and just criticism for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I agree with that as well. Because at the end of the day, like we're all people, and we're not 100% correct about everything, really. So there are going to be people in your life who may potentially criticize your relationship, but are going for your best intention. So I think if you follow that advice, and then you're like, now you have to dismiss it really for the sake of a relationship, you can end up in a very toxic spot now where you're not listening to anyone's feedback, and because you're in love, you find yourself in a bad relationship, but you're not seeing that, and you're not listening to anyone else either.
Yeah.
But that's all I have to say about that point.
Number 10.
Number 10.
All right, let's round it off. Hopefully they knock out the park and really
Yeah, I've taken a lot from this.
leave us on our backs. Let's see what we got. I'm looking for a home run here.
How do you say number 10 in Spanish stuff?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Cinco,
cinco,
seis,
seis,
siete.
siete,
Ocho.
ocho, cinco,
No, it's no way, babe.
nueve, and 10. Centurion. Okay. Let's just leave it. Let's just move on. Let's just move on. Alright, come. Let's move, man.
Centurion.
Let's move. It's DJ, I think. I think something like
Tough.
that.
Where'd you
I don't
get
remember.
Centurion from, big man?
Century.
No, but you jumped.
Yeah, I went to 100. I went to 100.
Centurions are Roman soldiers. Isn't
That's
it?
still not how
No,
you say
no.
100 in Spanish, Tough.
Alright, let's just move,
Yeah,
man.
centurions are Roman soldiers, isn't it?
No, but it also means 100. Like century.
But centurion is a Roman soldier, though.
Alright, what we doing right now, Tom? We got an episode to round off,
A
and
real man can speak Spanish. Tough.
a real man can speak Spanish.
That's what number 10.
Muy caliente.
Oh,
Aye.
wow.
Number 10.
Good job.
A real man pursues other passions that don't involve his partner.
So what, he plays football with the lads.
Honestly, I feel like this whole list is shit.
I
I feel like
told
this
you.
list surely just applies to both genders.
It does. It does.
It
Like,
should
what,
anyway.
Does a real woman not speak her mind? Like, so all of this crosses
Honestly,
over.
you
fam.
know what? I don't want to hear number one.
There's nothing.
Okay,
Yeah,
the
I
main
don't
Bro,
hear
he
number
plays
one.
football with the
Wait,
lads. He
but we should
pursues
be
hobbies.
open to listening to.
Hold on.
He
Okay,
watches
the main-
Breaking Bad.
okay,
Like, what
no.
does what is this?
Hold on, guys.
Good show, by the way.
Lads,
Good
Who
show.
is the author? Who wrote this? I want their name and I want to know their publication, Tom.
Guys, the main
They-
reason I brought this up is because a lot of girls were arguing that the standards for real men in modern society has decreased dramatically.
Of course they have. You're reading fucking articles like this. Shit.
No, Tab,
Wait,
Tab,
Tom,
no.
hold on. The
Tab,
context
hold-
you brought
hold
up
on,
in
no,
yeah.
hold on, Tab.
This guy said that they were in an argument and she said the standards of men have dropped. This is what a man should be. And look at what they fucking gave us.
Wait, are these the standards that she wanted men to aspire to?
She's saying people aren't.
Hitting that. So that's what she said people need to be at. And right now they're lower than that.
She said that's the bare minimum.
That's the bare minimum. I would agree. That's bare minimum.
It is the bare minimum.
No, she said that's the bare minimum because say that what's called the standards for men relationship. Like men are not living up to what they should be how they should be behaving in relationships.
That's how. But then again, that's almost as in like women not. And it's not what I'm not looking for is accountability, but it's like, oh, men aren't doing these things, but those things you're pointing towards are just basic human things. Like that's just what makes a good person. You get me?
Exactly.
So it goes for both genders. So if you just want to say that men aren't being good people or men in my life have not been good people, that's fair. But you can't now put a title about this is the definition of a real man. Because then how many women are fitting the definition of a real man?
Yeah.
Based off this, if this was to be a fucking law.
Yeah.
Is every woman going to be defined as a real man now?
Yeah.
It's
And at
just
the end of
mad.
the
Because
day,
one of the arguments,
Go ahead.
in this, you saw the fact that I said the man takes the lead. Mm-hmm. So some of the guys I wasn't in the thread. I was just reading, just spectating. And some of the guys were saying what you're asking for. Some of what you're asking for, the part about the man taking the lead, the man making most of the decisions. What you're asking for isn't realistic because a lot of women aren't willing to be submissive within these relationships and allow a man to take a lead.
True.
Yeah.
So I was just curious. That's pretty much the context that article was dropped in.
Bro, I don't. All of this is hogwash to me because
It is
like,
hogwash.
when they say
Dog water.
like, because
Toilet water.
you see this all over social media now, whether that's Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, when they're like, oh,
Slow.
the standards for men have dropped. When a man does this, I get butterflies, even though it's a normal thing.
Yeah.
Like a man comes to the door, opens the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know why you're getting butterflies when a man opens the door for you? Because you allow men to stay in their car when they try to get you for a date, when they try to invite you on a date. If the standards, if the bare minimum for men have dropped, it means the same has done so for women as well. They expect by accepting less, you allow men to not try, essentially. Like you can't, one cannot exist without the other, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it's school, like to get into uni, let's say uni is like, oh, you need 3 A's to get into this uni, and there's no clearing thing. They only accept people that have 3 A's and above in all courses. Then the only people that get into that uni are people that have 3 A's and above. But if people that normally, let's say they normally used to get 60% of the people in that country to come to that uni because they had with 3 A's, suddenly only 40% of the people in that country are getting 3 A's to come to that uni. And suddenly the uni, okay, that means the number of people that normally go there drop. And you're like, oh fuck, we need those people. Let's drop our standards to 3 B's. Yeah. Don't be complaining that, oh, oh, the uni dropped their standards. Yeah, you've both dropped your standards. Yeah, in order for us to go back to a society, if this is what people want, anyway, if this is what people want, if you want men to be fulfilling everything on that list, yeah, you need to be expecting that out of every man that you meet. So if you're out here doing, nonsense with this man, nonsense with that man, A, B, C, D, all the way to get to your 20th man, and then suddenly with that 21st man, you want them to be treating you like a queen, you're deceiving yourself. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done. Like, you can't be expecting shit because you don't give a shit from bare man, and then suddenly you meet the man that you really want, and then you're expecting the world, and then what, you're getting chef.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to happen. Yeah. Don't...
Yeah.
The Kevin Samuels in me was, hey, it's speaking. But I think it's only common sense. It's only common sense. Treat, expect the best, expect what you want out of every man that you deal with, yeah? And if you don't expect the best out of every man you deal with, when you really do want the best, if he doesn't treat you that way because he hasn't had to be treating other women that way, women like yourself, don't be upset.
And it's not an easy road. Bare minimum. It's not an easy road, like true. To keep your pillars. Like, you might find a lot of guys or a lot of women might not be down with what you're down to, or like might not want to fulfill that, or are able to fulfill what you want. Yeah. So you have to be able to accept that. If this is what you really want, just it could be a lonely road till you finally get to your destination.
It's true.
Yeah,
you get me. And what else was I gonna say now? I was gonna say, like, okay, some women, like you said, if you're going around dating shit guys, it sort of makes lazy men. It makes it easier for lazy men. You get me? Because I saw a meme one time, like, the standard of men has dropped due to abusive men. Because now a woman's with a guy that all he does is drink beers all day and watch football. But Dave's all right. At least he doesn't beat me. It's like because of the fucking extreme. These niggas in the middle now get away with nonsense.
I don't know why niggas point at me. In the middle. Outstanding guy.
Like, I think Tom mentioned, like, everyone has different standards for things. For example, like, in a relationship, like, I'd be comfortable like making like quite a few decisions. For example, I'm like, if I wanted to go out with like my girlfriend, then I'm like, where do you want to go? And if she's like, I don't know, then I'm like, okay, cool. I'll let me make a decision. But then it's gonna be jarring just having to do that every single time. And there's gonna be a time where I want her to then make a decision on where to go, really. And does that make me less of a man?
No.
Yeah, and that's why I don't agree with the concept of real men.
A lot of some guys will argue what girls bring to the table in the thread as well. So I think that a woman should have, like, first of all, set standards. Not about money or anything like that. I'm talking about the way a guy treats you, the way he makes you feel emotionally and mentally. I think no matter what, a girl should have her standards set out in stone. And when it comes to those standards, you shouldn't compromise that for anything, in my opinion. Those are standards that, I think those are probably the most important. And when it comes to stuff like financial, that depends on the context of what you're bringing to the table. That's when it becomes like a kind of two-way street.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the type of your emotional well-being within a relationship, I don't think that should be compromised for anything. But when it comes to other stuff that you need to provide context in terms of what are you bring to the table, can you cook, or if you want to be like a stay-at-home mom, can you cook, can you take care of kids, like that kind of stuff. Or if you want like in the words of the great Kevin Samuel, if you want a high-value man, what can you give them that they're going to value? Then I think they need to provide context and you be realistic with yourself. But there should be standards such as as the article said, like, someone that's loyal, someone that stands up for you.
Yeah.
Stuff that you need, stuff that a relationship can't really stand without. I think that kind of stuff you need to have that set on stone and do not compromise those for anything.
Preach.
Okay. Excellent closing word from Pastor Tom. And Mo, would you like to take us out with the sliders prayer?
Shut up, Sam.
Our Father who art in heaven.
Oh my gosh.
Let these people come to their senses. let it be known that that's men and women, by the way. Yeah. I'm trying to be equal here.
Yeah.
Because men have been acting out and as have women.
Yeah.
I hope that you've listened to our sermons today. We've heard from the article. I don't know who wrote the article. Or,
Who wrote the article?
well,
man?
and the
Give us
page,
the
like
name.
it was,
Oh,
page.
yeah,
was it like the Guardian or some shit? Or, no way, that's the Guardian. That's like Esquire.
Actually, wait, no. Let's not promote the page. Niggas ain't paying us shit.
That's true, but it was the man that wrote it.
A man.
It was a man.
The man.
Judas. Judas. Let us move.
Hey, it's been Silas Podcast. I've been your host, Mo, aka Polo B. I've been joined today by
Talk with the guy senpai.
Hey, staff. Find it on the pod. aka the champion.
And your boy Tom. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Tell a friend to tell a friend
Uh-huh.
to tell that friend to tell their friend.
Bars.
Listen, we appreciate your support.
we do.
Make sure you follow us on Spotify, TikTok,
Apple.
and Instagram. Apple, are we on Apple Music as well?
Yeah, bro.
Listen, any major streaming platform,
Yep.
follow us on there.
Mm-hmm.
I think except for SoundCloud. I don't think we're on SoundCloud.
Nope.
But everything else, you can follow us on there.
That's right.
Yep.
Appreciate your support. Listen,
We do.
Taff has finally swayed us. Sliders Miami.
Yes.
That was actually-
Get in.
He wants Sliders. Actually, no, Sliders Miami is in the far future. For me, I want Sliders Europe. I want
Sliders.
Sliders Europe first.
So this
Miami's the goal, but we'll take Europe as well. And speaking about Miami and Europe, we can't get there without your support. Now, the past couple episodes, the mic stands are breaking down on us. We might not be able to record. The mics will soon have to be handheld. But you can prevent that with just as little as 100 pence
Oh my
a day.
You about to say pounds?
Huh?
You
No,
about
I
to say
mean,
pounds.
I didn't want to, ask for too much. But, 100 pence a day. Think about it. Could help 4 black kids with a drink.
Anyway, thank you. We love you. And if Toby could just
Sliding out.